This is Clifford Levy, Moscow bureau chief of the New York Times. Vladivostok is Russia's major city in the Far East. Protests here have been among the largest in the country in recent years. They are unsettling the Kremlin and showing how deeply the financial crisis has affected Russia. The issue is cars. The protests are being touched off by the Kremlin's decision to protect domestic auto manufacturers by imposing new tariffs on imported used cars, which are popular here. The question now is whether resentment over the tariffs will turn into a bigger backlash over the response of Vladimir Putin's government to the financial crisis, and then spread to other parts of the country.
In essence, the tariff is simply a catalyst. Here, there are no enterprises. All the factories have fallen apart. To feed ourselves, because here there are no other factories or enterprises and so forth, we had to go into the auto business. I mean, it's a normal business in second-hand goods. We buy cars in Japan, bring them here, and sell them.
The Vladivostok region is 4,000 miles and 7 time zones from Moscow. It borders China and North Korea, but it has a distinctly Russian feel. Still, the people here have developed one very Asian habit. They love to drive used cars imported from Japan, even though these cars have steering wheels on the opposite side, because Japanese drive on the left side of the road. The new tariff has made these cars very expensive, angering the large import industry here, as well as average residents.
If you count up the cars that are coming toward you, out of 20 cars, not more than one is Russian-made. See what I mean? All the rest are either Honda, Toyota, or Mitsubishi. What else? Subaru, Mercedes. That's about it. Though I am a patriot, I prefer foreign-made cars because of their quality and their cost. Today, for a significant part of the population, they are preferable.
Zelony Ugel is the center of the used car business here.
What
I am saying is that in the past, you would sell 5 or 10 cars a day. Now you sell the same amount in a month. That is the difference. In the past, people came and bought cars. Now, you see, no people.
After the tariff was announced, street protests erupted. In late December, the Kremlin became so alarmed that it sent in special riot police from Moscow, 9 hours away by plane, to break them up.
Our government said the actions of the riot police were correct. What they're essentially saying is, Far East, shut up, we don't need you.
When I took part in the protest, and after I took part in it, I got a call from a certain service, the security services. They called me and warned me not to hold any more actions. It's a totalitarian state.
Regional officials who answered to the Kremlin were embarrassed by what happened and allowed another protest in late January. More than 1,000 people took part, and the local Communist Party joined in. Officials say they understand why people are upset, but contend that the tariff is necessary.
You have to look at this from the viewpoint of the general situation all over the Russian Federation, because in our country, there are a great number of people employed in the manufacturing of domestic autos. For them, the crisis situation creates a really serious problem. And this is why the decision of the government, from the point of view of Russians in general, is very correct. Undesirable, but very correct.
Still, the import industry says that if the decision is not changed, discontent will only grow in Vladivostok.
In the Far East, there's practically no other business. Well, actually, they're saying that they don't need the Far East. The authorities, with the flick of their pen, want to kill this business and force us to buy their cars, our Russian-made cars. It is, I think, not right. If you speak out, you can get very hurt. Everyone is unhappy, without exception.